Katrina bears down on the Mississippi Delta. Stay with us for the latest in-depth analysis, live reports from the field, weather experts, meteorologists, and hurricane hunters telling you what's happening, why it's happening, and what's next. The Weather Channel, Hurricane Central. The Weather Channel, Hurricane Central. Coming up, the latest on Katrina. But now, you're local on the 8s.
Waves of water are already washing over parking lots in the greater New Orleans area. Some of the first signs of the approach of Hurricane Katrina.
And I'm Jeff Morrow in Covington, Louisiana. Again, the effects of this hurricane just starting to be felt here. We've got a driving rain and some pretty gusty wind, and power is out. I'll have a live report in just a moment.
And Jeff, ditto that here at Gulfport, Mississippi, where we continue to see power flashes off in the distance. Those are the transformers blowing, and no question the rain continues to come down here. Pounding rain. Right now it's coming down straight, but it will not be for long. It'll come down horizontal as these winds pick up. We'll give you a live report coming up.
And welcome back, everyone. We are in storm alert here at the Weather Channel. I'm Kim Perez.
And I'm Nick Walker. As Hurricane Katrina has made landfall now on the southern Louisiana coast, just east of Grand Isle, Louisiana.
Let's go ahead and give you the particulars here. The winds right now 150 miles per hour around the center. This is a Category 4 hurricane. Now, yesterday it was a Category 5 hurricane, but you know what? There's not much that much difference between a Cat 5 and a very strong Cat 4. So don't let your guard down. Right now the pressure is at 917. I believe we got a recon of 918 millibars, so it continues to weaken some, and it's moving north.
And the path will continue here to bring heavy rain and possibly damaging winds even into portions of Mississippi, Alabama, and then over the course of Tuesday and Wednesday we'll see more flooding rain from the Great Lakes into the Ohio Valley. We are into what will literally be the crunch period for the Gulf region. We have our live team coverage here at Hurricane Central as Hurricane Katrina batters the Gulf. Meteorologist Jeff Morrow is live in Covington, Louisiana, just outside of New Orleans. Meteorologist Jim Cantore is in Gulfport, Mississippi, and meteorologist Mike Seidel is live in Mobile, Alabama. Let's start with you, Jeff, and we understand that you've lost power in your area now?
Oh yeah, when we woke up this morning at the hotel early, the power was still on, and we thought, hey, well, maybe it'll stay on for a while, and this won't be so bad. You no sooner form that thought, out go the lights, literally, and it blackened there quickly. The wind's getting pretty feisty here now. We've had some pretty strong gusts. And I just want to remind everybody, again, if you're waking up right now, you're just tuning in here in Louisiana, we're waking up to a Category 4 hurricane, but it is just a category, just below Category 5. You may say, okay, it's weakened, and it has, and that's great news, but this is still one heck of a hurricane, and the pressure is still lower than Andrew was when it came ashore, and we all know what Andrew did. So again, there's going to be a lot of damage and a lot of problems from this. Now, the scenes that you're seeing here are from Kenner, Louisiana. This is not too far away from New Orleans, up along the southern shore of Lake Pontchartrain. Again, you can see some of the waves from the lake pounding up against the shoreline here. That's going to go on for most of the day. That's what they're really worried about as we head on down along the southern shoreline there of Lake Pontchartrain, whether those levees will be topped and how strong the winds are going to be, and will that water get into New Orleans and cause the massive flooding that we're so concerned about. Now, here farther on to the north, we're on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain, and again, we're probably more worried about a lot of trees and power lines flying around. Again, we have seen transformer blue flashes out on the horizon, and that's an indication again that the powers are going out in many areas, and that's going to be, it's just going to be out now for the rest of the day and maybe for a while. We'll keep you updated from here. Again, much more to come. Let's go to Jim Cantore. He's farther east in Gulfport in Mississippi. And Jim, you're going to be dealing with this all day, just like me.
Yeah, Jeff, like you, though, I think it's kind of amazing, how similar our conditions are, too. We've had the same thing, the heavy rain, we continue to get that. We've had the sporadic power outages, and actually we're lucky the power's come back on here, at least temporarily, so that's a good thing. I'm sure it won't stay on, especially given the power of this hurricane. But believe me, folks, we are just touching a very mere fraction of what we are going to deal with this hurricane. 150 miles an hour, all right? We're not even near that core yet, and as that comes rolling up past the mouth of the Mississippi River and in the Mississippi Gulf Coast, it's going to get a lot worse here as we go on in time. Think about all those beautiful casinos on the coastline. They're going to deal with the water. We haven't even dealt with the surge component of this yet. We feel pretty safe here. We're at the Armed Forces Retirement Home in Gulfport, Mississippi. This place is built like Fort Knox, and we're very happy to be here. We're honored to be here, obviously, and they are sitting at 27 feet above sea level. Let me show you some pictures here of that we've taken around the parking lot here. Pretty big area. And you can see the wind-whipped rain, the horizontal rain that's come on in. And yeah, it's kind of an eerie feeling when you see it kind of bouncing off the cars like that and going by the street lights. The good news is the street lights are still standing. With 150-mile-an-hour winds, we could easily see those street lights come over. We are going to see large trees down, We hope we can bring you these kind of pictures for a long time this morning. Obviously not the ones where the trees are down and the poles are down, but the ones where everything's looking pretty good. But right now we are anticipating a lot of problems here with this, especially with the wind damage later on and the storm surge. We're going to deal with this storm, it looks like, during the daylight hours. So as long as we can bring you the pictures, we'll show you the power of these bands as they come on in. Let's go over toward Mobile, Alabama this morning. Mike, Jeff talked about the action he's having with the rain. We've seen it here, the heavy rain. What about in Mobile? Are you getting rain just as hard?
Yeah, we're getting rain right now, and we're still getting some wind gusts up here above 40 miles an hour. Peak gust is just below 50 at this point. Take a look at how the wind is whipping this rain. Jim talked about it coming down vertically where he is, not for long, but here we've got the horizontal sheets of rain here along Interstate 65. And as far as power goes, our power is still on. We do have a flash flood warning for all of Mobile County until at least 8 o'clock this morning. Doppler estimates so far 2 to 3 inches, and we'll have storm totals up between 5 and 10 inches. Forecast today, again, hurricane conditions setting in during the morning hours, continuing this afternoon. Temperatures up there at 84, and we'll have wind gusts in excess of hurricane force. Tomorrow, a much better day. Maybe a leftover morning shower, but southwest winds behind Katrina, gusting as high as 30 to 35 miles an hour at times. Tomorrow's side back up to the typical late August 90 here across the southern Alabama coast. Kim?
All right, thanks, Mike. We're going to check back with you later on. And of course, we're concerned with this area, too, for the potential of tornadoes. That area under a tornado watch. Now, here it is making landfall. It's in the process of making landfall. Now, you can see that northern eye wall coming in to that one little part, the little peninsula part of southeastern Louisiana. Grand Isle off to the west with sustained winds of 61 miles per hour. And we've had reports of 114-mile-per-hour wind gusts in that location. Again, a lot of rain, especially on that east side. Again, and that's where our folks folks are stationed there this morning. So we're going to be watching them real carefully. And folks in New Orleans, around Lakefront, we've had wind gusts over hurricane force already. And south of town, around the tidal lakes, we've had reports, Doppler estimates of 3 to 10 inches of rain already. And as I mentioned, of course, tornadoes a potential here with that watch it effect till noon. Now, we are concerned later as it moves inland. Folks in Mississippi, central Mississippi, this is going to impact you guys, and we could see power outages pretty likely here as that hurricane moves northward, accelerating as it does. So be prepared for power outages and, of course, for flooding, as we've been talking about all morning long. Nick?
Well, for more than a day and a half, the big concern has been getting out of the path of the storm. We trust you are out of harm's way this morning. Cars crawled as residents from New Orleans to Mobile hit the road. Some are still closed. We'll update you next.
This program was brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.